Hello everybody, welcome to Well with Lily. I have been wanting to start this account for so long, and I really find like a passion and such a love for class planning and moving my body. But I know that I have a lot of people that kind of follow me from different areas of the country or the world or whatnot. So I'm excited to be able to share with everybody my passion and kind of just move through some of the flows that I love to teach and I love to practice in my own body. Today we will be doing a full body strength and stretch kind of workout. So it's kind of like a nice flow. There's some stretching, some strength movements, working our entire body with body weight only. So when you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started lying down on our backs, kind of scooping into the belly to roll yourself all the way down. And then we'll meet with our arms high towards the ceiling, and we'll lift our knees to tabletop. Really drawing deeply into the belly, making sure there's no arching of the low back. Really try to squeeze those knees together. So you should feel really active through your lower abdominals. Working through our dead bugs to start. On an inhale, you'll extend your right arm and your left leg out in opposite directions. And then exhale, draw it back in, really scooping into the low belly, and alternate sides. Nice. Finding your breath here is really beneficial and really helpful. It'll help you to drain that energy. The exhale on the contraction in really helps to focus that alignment and contraction through the ribs. Alrighty, reaching a little bit longer through your fingertips and toes. This is great for brain health as well. Those alternating hand and feet on opposite sides helps to stimulate the different sides of your brain. Ready, we're here for 4. Inhale out, exhale in 3. Nice, lower lift 2. And 1. Can you hold the knees in tabletop? Just plant those hands down. We're gonna check in with your pelvic floor, really drawing into the belly. Single leg toe taps. You'll tap right toe down, lift it back to tabletop, and tap left, and alternate. Really hinging from the hips, so you're keeping the same amount of bend of your knee, just reaching to tap the toe forward, and then really scooping into the belly, engaging through the abdominals to lift it back up. Activate through the shoulders, pressing them into the mat, and your palms, those fingertips reach long. We're here for 6, 5, breathe 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can keep the knees in tabletop. If you're starting to feel it in your hip flexors and your lower back, then drop the feet down to the floor. Otherwise, you'll interlace your hands behind the head. Take an inhale breath, and exhale, lift up into your chest lift. So the head, neck, and chest lift, making sure those elbows are wide, and you're lifting from your abdominals rather than the head and neck. Slowly release it down. Exhale to lift and lower. Try to keep that squeeze of your knees, drawing into the inner thighs, lifting from the upper abdominals, and that tabletop will help to challenge your lower abdominals. Exhale to lift and slowly release. For 4. Nice. Exhale on the way up. That'll help to drain the air from the belly and lift a little bit higher. Last 2. Alrighty, your last one will hold. We'll go back to that single leg toe tap, little tap lift, tap lift. If your feet were on the floor, you can find a single leg lift instead of that single leg tap. If you'd like to add on, we'll begin a cross. So as the toe taps, you'll rotate towards the knee that's in tabletop. A variation of your crisscross. Aim to keep those shoulders wide, elbows wide. Use your exhale to twist. Tap 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then hug those knees in towards your chest and give yourself a rock from side to side. Find a little twist when you're ready, but drape both knees over to the right. You can let that left arm fall open, maybe gaze to the left, stretching over the shoulder and chest. And then use your core to lift the knees back through center and take them to the opposite side. Knees to the left, perhaps your right arm opens. Beautiful. Slowly back through center. We'll plant our feet down right in front of your hips for some pelvic curls. Just like your bridge, your glute bridges, you're just adding a little bit of articulation through your spine. So on your exhale, you'll tuck your tail, connect to that abdominal wall that you just worked. Lift those hips high, creating a long line from your shoulders to your knees. Try not to let the knees wing out. Try to keep them tight, stacked over your heels. And then round your spine one vertebrae at a time. Those hips go heavy, back to your neutral spine at the bottom. And repeat, tuck your tail to lift those hips high. And then slowly round, like you're massaging your vertebrae one at a time. It lowers and they lift, squeezing through the glutes at the top, holding those hamstrings active on the way down to really resist that shape. Alrighty, we'll add on in 3. So we'll inhale at the top, exhale to round, roll down. And again, inhale at the bottom, before you round and roll up. 2. On our next one, we'll hold at the top, wiggle those heels close towards one another, and then lift your right knee to tabletop. For your single leg shoulder bridge prep, you'll slowly tap the right toe down and lift it up. Once again, you're aiming to hold those hips really square and balanced. So notice if your right hip is dropping, and you hike it back up. And you're keeping a 90-degree bend of the knee, hinging just from your hip joint. For 4, use the lower belly to pull it back in. 3, inhale, tap, exhale, lift. 2, and 1. Can you hold it up, reach the leg high towards the ceiling, and then find a little lift and pulse. Like you're reaching the big toe towards the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll bend, plant the foot down, lift high through both hips, and switch sides. Left knee tabletop. Now hinge to tap and lift. Lower and lift. Keep reaching long through the fingertips, pressing down through your shoulders, drawing stability and assistance from your core. 6, 4, 5, 4. Inhale down, exhale up. You're here for 2. Next one, we'll lift, hold it up, reach the leg high towards the ceiling and find your little pulses. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant that foot down, lift high the hips on your inhale, and exhale to round your spine, roll it down. Alrighty, we'll hug our knees in towards our chest, and then from here, take the legs high towards the ceiling, grab behind the thighs, flex and point through your ankles. Get a little roll around the ankles, wiggle out the toes. Grab behind your thighs if you're not already, then lower those heels and lift yourself all the way up into a tall seat. We'll wiggle out our hips to remove any fascia from our hips. Flex the ankles, sweep the arms up, and fold yourself forward into a straight-legged fold. Breathing a few rounds of breath here, sending some space and stretch into the backs of your legs. And then when you're ready, you'll slowly lift yourself up. We're gonna find ourselves on our left sideline. So that left forearm will be parallel to the top of your mat. And then a couple options here. We'll be moving into a side plank to oblique engagement. You can either keep the legs straight for a little bit more advanced option. You'll lift up and off of your hips. You'll thread your right arm underneath you. Come back through center and tap the hips down and either straight leg V up or bent knee V up. If either of those are too much, you can always a single knee as well. If that high plank is a little bit too much, find your low plank on your knees, roll it underneath you, and then once again, the option is yours, knee, toe, or single leg. Lining yourself up wherever you'd like to mate. We'll find 8 of these. You really wrap underneath you, draw into the oblique, open back up, drop your hips, and then lift, squeezing into your sideline. When you find that V up or your knee in, really finding the soft part of your glute to rest on, engage into the belly. You're gonna be super strong through your left shoulder, your left sideline, to lift up into your forearm plank. It's supporting you, so be mindful that that elbow is stacked directly underneath the shoulder. It's not too far forward towards the top of your mat. Alrighty, we'll find 3 more. Wrapping underneath you, draw in. Slowly lift and lower. We're here for 2. And lift. Alrighty, our last one. And lift. We'll stay on this left sideline. You'll bend into your bottom knee, keep that top leg long, and then from here, the hand to the hip, or it can stay up. Just finding a little lift and squeeze, engaging through this right outer glute. Can you try to lift the rib cage a little bit up and off of the mat? Draw into the belly, so you're holding a really long and active frame of your torso. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll pause, bend the knee like a bicycle. You'll sweep it forward and around. Aiming to keep the thigh lifted parallel to the floor. Try not to rock to the hips, so really press down into this bottom knee to hold yourself stable. If you're starting to feel it in the upper body, you can always slide down onto your head and your hand and swim from here. You'll still feel it in that glute. And then when you're ready, we'll reverse the direction, like you're back pedaling your bicycle. You sweep it forward, bend, pull the heel towards the glute, and wrap it around. Alrighty, for 6. Remember to breathe. 5. For 4. 3, shoulders away from your ears. 2. This one, can you hold the leg forward so it is hovering parallel over that front thigh? Just find a little lift and lower here. Think relax the toes, lift up to your heel, reach and squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly bend and lift yourself all the way up. Alrighty, we'll slide ourselves around. Let's create a little butterfly shape in the center of our mat to reset before we find our opposite side. Soles of the feet together, the knees wide. You'll use your hands to open the soles of the feet up like a book. Extend your spine on your inhale, and exhale, fold the heart towards your heels. Relax your shoulders, breathe into the sides of your hips. And then when you're ready, you'll lift yourself up, seal your knees closed, and switch sides. We'll align that right elbow to the top of your mat and find 8 of those side forearm plank to your V-ups. Either extend your legs or bend your knees. Up to you. You'll lift up off of your hips. Take an inhale breath to prepare, and then exhale, thread that left arm underneath yourself. Reopen, drop the hips, straight leg, bent knee, or single leg, up to you. We're here for 7, really wrapping as much as you can, drawing in through the rib cage, pressing into the elbow to lift the ribs away from the mat. Alrighty, we have 5 more. Scoop. Slowly tap those hips, straight leg or bent knee to draw in. We're here for 4. Slowing it down if you ever need. Remember to scoop deeply into the belly to lift up rather than pulling from your hip flexors. Alrighty, this is 3. Bring ourselves here for 2. And lift. Our last one. Tap those hips and lift. And we'll stay here, just lining yourself on our sideline. That bottom knee will bend. Top leg goes straight, heel up, toes down. A little lift and lower of that left glute. Working your left sideline. Option to extend that arm high towards the ceiling. Or if you ever need a little bit less, drop down onto your head and your hands. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In a bicycle, bend the knee, pull the heel towards the glute, and then reach it forward, kind of just gently swimming the leg. Finding a gentle roll of your hip in its hip socket, kind of allowing it to open up so it stays parallel to the floor. You sweep it back and you reach it forward. Check in with your shoulder and elbow. Make sure you're lifting up and away from the mat. Nice. Energetically kicking through that heel. And when you're ready, you'll reverse your circles. Pull the heel towards the glutes, sweep it back before sweeping it around. Imagine you're back pedaling on your bike. Try to keep this bottom knee and hip as stable as you can to the mat. It'll want to rock from side to side, but you're holding your pelvic floor super still. For 3. Alrighty, here for 2. We'll hold it parallel to that bottom leg. A little lift and lower, straight forward in front of you. Heel up, toes relaxed. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. From here, we'll press into both palms. Make our way to a tabletop. Find a little cat-cow to release. Drop the belly. Pull the heart forward through the arms. Exhale to round into your spine. And then we'll meet in that neutral table for our bear lifts. Our shoulders stacked over our wrists, hips over knees, toes are tucked. From here, you'll just float the knees a couple inches from the mat, engage in the belly, and then find a little tap of them down and lift them back up. Just lower and lift, lower and lift. Really scooping into the lower abdominals, finding your strength through the upper body, through your arms. Imagine you're puffing up the space between the upper back, the space between those shoulder blades, really active and lifting from the mat. For 6, 5, those hips stay in line with your shoulders. For 3, 2, 1, hold, and then lift your hips up and back, find your downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, bend one knee, draw the opposite heel down. A nice little stretch to release. On our inhale, that right leg will lift high towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, open up at the hip, get a nice little hip stretch. And then re-square off your hips, find an inhale. Exhale, pull the knee in towards your nose. Inhale it up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up and back. Knee to nose. This one will hold. You'll drop it down towards the floor and pull it up and in for 5, 4. You can always drop down onto the knee and just work your little extensions for 3, 2, 1. Hold, then step the foot between your hands. Drop the back knee down, find your low lunge. Untuck those toes, sweep the arms up, roll the shoulders up and back. We'll gently drop our right hand down by our side, lean up and over with the left for a side stretch. And then slowly both arms up, hands down. Find your half splits, shift the weight back, stretch forward over your right thigh. Use an inhale to open the chest, square off your hips, and fold forward. And then gently bend into your knee. You'll tuck the back toes. Walk all 10 fingers towards that left side, so your fingers and toes face the same direction. Rocking gently from side to side. Alrighty, when you're ready, we'll meet with equal weight through both feet, and then slowly take your hands to your hips, lifting yourself up with a flat back. Lead with the chin, come all the way up. Working into a little bit of plies. You'll turn your heels in, toes out. Your hands can start down. You'll bend into your knees, making sure that your tail is tucked underneath you, the shoulders pin back, knees go wide. And then if you want to find a little lift of the arms as you lengthen your legs, and slowly lower and lift. Drawing into the belly, think of lifting a little bit taller through the crown of the head each time that you lift up. Be mindful that when you are bending your knees, that your hips are not going back behind you. You want them underneath you to work into your inner thighs. Alrighty, we're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This next one will hold it down. Hands can come to heart center. Lift your right heel high and just find a little pulse it out. Think knees go back towards the wall behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Alrighty, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Left heel up. Keep that pulse. Drawing into the belly. Keep the shoulders back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both heels up and pulse it out. 10, 9, 8, 7. See if they can lift a little higher. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to stand. Drop your heels. Turn those toes in. Hands to the hips. Find a big inhale. Roll those shoulders back. And exhale, fold it forward. Alrighty, you'll walk your hands over towards that left foot. So all 10 fingers and toes face forward. Then you'll sweep your left leg up and back. From here, open up the hip. Draw the heel towards the glute. Take an inhale breath, extend it out, square off. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up and back. Exhale, knee to nose will hold. You'll slowly lower it down towards the floor and lift it up. We're here for 5. Remember, drop down onto your knee as needed. Extend it out and pull it in for 2. Next one, we'll hold it up. Step the foot between your hands, find your low lunge. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes, and sweep your arms up. Think of that energy reaching up through the fingertips, gently pressing down through your hips. Our left hand will come down, right arm reaches up and over, getting a stretch along our left hip flexor. Both arms lift, inhale, hands down. Shift the weight back, fold forward over your left thigh. Use your inhale to open the chest, extend your spine, square off your hips, and fold it forward. And slowly come back through center. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We'll walk all 10 fingers and toes to face forward once again. Walk our feet in, and then slowly make our way down onto our knees, ending with a little bit of arm work. We'll take our elbows in towards our sides, a little W shape. You'll reach and reach out, flip the palms, and pull them back in. Squeezing to the backs of the arms, really energetically reaching through those fingertips. Nice, so from the back, those elbows pull behind you. You squeeze into the shoulder blades, and then you reach up and away. We're here for 8, 7, 6, pull the ribs in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold those arms out, bend, pull them in, a little bit of a bend of your elbows, squeeze the chest, and then open out to that W. So squeeze and open, squeeze and open. Really energetically reaching through those fingertips. If you want to spice it up, you can always add little hand weights or little ankle weights around your wrists. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll bring those elbows together right at shoulder height for our chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the elbows, a little lift and lower. Keep pressing those elbows as close as you can get them. Squeezing through those palms. Work to relax the sides of the neck. Should start to feel this in your chest. Alrighty, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll hold and pulse it out. We'll pulse, pulse, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and open. Nice, get a little stretch, open through those arms. We'll take our hands down, roll over our knees, ending in a little child's pose. Knees go wide, big toes to touch. Those arms stretch along and forward. When you're ready, walk your arms over to the right side of your mat. Perhaps that left hand comes on top to deepen your side stretch. Continue rooting your left hip towards left heel. And then walk your arms back through center, over to the left. The right hand can come on top, lengthening along your right rib cage. When you're ready, walk your hands back through center, lift yourself up into a tall seat, and you are all set. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.